All right, I'm in Madison County, New York, in central New York. I'm in a property, a sacred property that has what I call Manitou stones. And these are these upright stones here that you're looking at. Basically, any larger upright stone would be called a Manitou, or any upright stone. You can see these, this marks 1 foot, so this is a little bit over 1.5 feet tall. Over here again, another 1.5 foot. This is again another Manitou stones. Now, Manitou comes from the word, from a book written by Maver and Dix, excuse me, that was published by Bear about 30 years ago. So I use the term Manitou because that's what people call them. So I'm just sticking with format here. So you see this one. Now this smaller one is the one that I usually find. I find like gazillions of them. I go in the woods and I find, I can't say, all over the place, all over the Northeast. I've been in Ohio and West Virginia, Vermont, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, all over. These are smaller ones. Now I call them Manitou again because that's what the term is for people that are into stone structures call them. But what distinguishes a Manitou is that it marks the perpendicular intersection of two energy lines. And now, so we're looking over here at two energy lines, and you're saying, what is that? What are energy lines? Energy lines carry the earth force, what I call the earth force, or basically the life force in the earth. I have videos on that. But you notice what's happened. I should add that Manitou stones, these are small Manitou stones. You know the larger Manitou stones. They are megaliths, menhirs. They are all over the board. They are ubiquitous. And they could be, Stonehenge is basically marks the intersection of, perpendicular intersection of energy lines. At least that's what my map dowsing shows me. There we go, we got a friend here. So I come here and I say, where's the energy line? And this white line shows an energy line. So it's going into the stone. Look at how it intersects it perpendicularly. Then I come over here and you look at it and how it intersects it perpendicularly again. All right? So these two lines meet here at this place. It's a perpendicular intersection of two energy lines. That's what distinguishes a Manitou. I don't care if it's like 3 inches or 6 inches tall or it's 10 feet tall. The Manitou will mark the intersection, perpendicular intersection of two energy lines. Now, not all the megaliths around the world mark Manitou stones or have the perpendicular intersection of energy lines, but the vast majority do. And so the question comes down to, why would they create these things? Why would they do? Because they charge the air. They electrify the air. All right, now I'm here to show you an energy line and what I believe why the Manitou stones were corrected. Now, the first property you have to understand a couple of things about energy lines. Energy lines carry the earth force in the earth. The life force circulates around the earth. Think of that like a hot air cold, your heating system. The hot air registers, releases the hot air, goes across the surface of the room as a life force. It goes to the cold air register, goes down to the ground, it's recycled back up. That recycling, this is what the earth force does. The earth force carries it. These energy lines straddle the surface of the earth. Okay, they straddle the surface of the earth, carrying the earth force. And when they carry the earth force, they nourish all of life in the ground. All of life, in the top subsoil, 5, 10 feet or so, is nourished by this. Now, that Manitou stone is a big one. That sucker's fallen over. But the question is, why would they erect a stone for that? Well, the thing is, a Manitou stone is an inanimate object. It is inanimate. It doesn't have life to it. So the earth force is blocked. So when it runs into a Manitou stone, it's blocked. Okay? And what it does is it hits this and then just goes up in the air, over and down. And if we think of the tall menhirs at places like Stonehenge that are like 8, 10 feet tall, imagine that. The menhir is all of a sudden going up 8 feet, and it charges up the air. All right, so that's the thing. It's blocked by it's blocked by, inanimate objects block it. But in the earth, it travels in the earth, and it nourishes everything on the top subsoil, as I said. Now we look at this here. The second property is that it creates a magnetic field. Just like electricity carrying a wire creates a magnetic field, so does an energy line. So if we look here, we say this is the one shoulder, This is the second shoulder. And then when I come out here, we get the magnetic line. Out here, the other white line. So that's the other feature of an energy line. It creates a magnetic field around itself. That magnetic field is what gives its ability. Look at how wide this is. This has got to be almost 10 feet, right? Think about how wide an swath of area it covers. It covers a huge swath. And as the energy line goes into Earth, it fragments before it regroups again and is released by a duct. So because of this, all of the top subsoil is nourished. So the two things to walk away with is that the earth force and energy lines are blocked by inanimate objects, and the energy lines create a magnetic field around themselves, and that magnetic field extends. It's all over the place. And that's what the megalith builders, the Manitou builders were all trying to do, is to extend it and energize the earth. At least that's what I think. I can give you no guarantees. That's my best theory. We'll go back to the megaliths and I'll show you these two Manitou stones here. Now, I'm here and I want to show you the effect of the Manitou stone. So we've got an energy line here, right? We're back in this squirrel. I'm getting this square. I'm getting buzz from all that magnetic field created by these four energy lines. Now, so the energy line comes in here. It hits the megalith, right? This small Manitou stone. The Manitou stone is an inanimate object. It can't go through it. It can go underneath. It's not going to. So it goes above it, and it goes up, and then it goes over. Okay. And that's the big thing. So that goes over. It hits it, and it goes over. Now, what ends up happening is if I come here and I say, show me the extent of the magnetic field on this one. So if I go and look at the magnetic field, it's like, so I guess that's maybe, 4 or 5 feet, 5 feet, probably close to 5 feet. So now you extend this another couple of feet. You're talking 7 feet in the air, plus you're talking about 7 feet here, plus you're talking about, think about the extension now. The extension is out here. So you're charging, you're electrifying the air. It's powerful, it's palpable. As I said, I'm getting a buzz here between these four energy lines. And they're being jacked up because they're hitting this inanimate object that is blocking it, and the magnetic field created by the energy line is permeating the air. Now, I believe these Manitou stones and all these markings that mark the perpendicular intersection of energy lines were creating for healing and therapeutic touch, for therapeutic purposes. If we look at, let's say, Stonehenge, some people really believe it was created for healing purposes, and they talk about blue stones, but they talk about a guy, the archer, who had a bad abscess tooth, and I forgot what else he had, but he came there for healing purposes. These are very therapeutic. You go to a Reiki or a therapeutic touch or an energy healing person to give you that extra energy to heal you. Well, I'm telling you, this is much more powerful, because this is in the ground, this deals with the material world and the magnetic field. The magnetic field, oh, the magnetic field. You want to get you want to get nourished by that magnetic field of an energy line, and this will do it for you. But anyway, Manitou stones are probably close to you, not far from your home, and I strongly encourage you to go find some and enjoy and experience how wonderful they can be in helping you heal and be a better person. Thank you for your time. Namaste!